What's going on, you bunch of heretics? The Heresy Journals. Grab yourself a Grey Knights clearance sale box set with a 20-year-old dreadnought. Yeah, that's right, you bunch of heretics. Welcome to the Heresy Journals. Today we are talking more Grey Knight mockery. So as many of you have probably seen, the latest sort of update came out the other day on Combat Patrols. So if time of filming, this is before the previews, because you never know, 4 new Combat Patrols have come out, and only 3 of them were shown on Instagram, because God, I really feel for admin having to post that one. I suspect the comment section would have been turned off. Yes, the Black Templars got that really, really thematic box, which I think looks incredible. And if you were going to start a new army, that Black Templars one is probably one of the best ones. We already saw the Space Wolf one got released earlier on after the Space Wolf release, and of course Tyranids got their updated Combat Patrol, mainly because I don't know, there was a little bit of backlash around the Space Marine and Tyranid Combat Patrol, the fact that it was all push fit models from the sort of starter sets at £100 each, and it probably didn't sell any. Weird. Anyway, the last one, of course, which hopefully we kind of probably thought was a bit of a joke but isn't, was of course the new Grey Knights Combat Patrol, which of course features some Terminators, the troops, and of course Castellan Crow, and which I'm sure I just said, and a Dreadnought, but like a really, really, really old Dreadnought. Now I have got my notes here, because I just want to talk about first thing, of course. The Warhammer Community page showed the 4 new Combat Patrols, but when they posted it on their social media pages, they only posted the Black Templars, the Tyranids, and the Space Wolves. They weirdly left out the Grey Knight one. Is it because they know that this is a complete farce? Is it because they know the backlash wouldn't have been about the new really good Combat Patrols, but would have been non-stop comments about how ridiculous that Combat Patrol is? That clearance sale box of Grey Knight. I don't like doing these rant videos, I don't. But in the same breath, oh, come on. What? Can we not? Can we just, please? So look, why are we saying it's the clearance sale Combat Patrol? If Games Workshop really wanted people to buy Grey Knights, they would have put that new upgrade sprue in with that box. A great way to have sold that would have been, have your Purifiers, have your Terminators, have Castellan Crow, and have, you know, a Dread Knight. But the new upgrade sprue Dread Knight, at least then people are getting the new thing that Games Workshop evidently want people to have. I've said it before on a previous video about Grey Knights, you know, they paint well, but the range just doesn't look up to scratch against the new stuff. 10 years ago, maybe, but the sculpts are just so old now. The only model I think looks great, and he does look fantastic, is of course Castellan Crow, a model which I think looks really, really nice. It holds well. He's much bigger than the other models, but when you put him next to a range of Grey Knights, it just looks a bit not that great. I'm hoping, again, time of filming, and again, rumours are rumours, but I'm really hoping, and I'm really hoping, that it's all just a cruel joke, and that actually on the Warhammer preview show they go, haha, we were joking the entire time, they're not really going to give you that, here's Grey Knights. But I suspect that won't happen. I suspect this edition, and I know in the comment section there'll be other people that say that Drukhari haven't had too much and some other bits and pieces, but I think, and I suspect, as I've said in one of the previous predictions, is that Drukhari are probably going to get something, or Corsairs are going to get something in this preview. But every single unit have had like a whole, like, even new model given this edition. Grey Knights have had an upgrade sprue. for the Dread Knight, a model that not many people wanted. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had a lot of fun painting that Dread Knight, the old baby carrier. But I really hope that the whispers, the rumours that are going around, that for 11th edition, Grey Knights are going to get something unreal, and we are just going to have egg all over our faces, because Grey Knights is going to be the army to have. You know, maybe an updated of Demons and Grey Knights in 11th edition, maybe the starter set, who knows, I doubt it, but it would be a cool alternative. But I really, really hope, because there's Games Workshop must know that Combat Patrol is a joke. The fact that they didn't post it, the fact that they didn't add that on there when they had the other 3, but on the actual Warcom article it was there at the bottom. I honestly, I don't get it. I would rather and I've said this on a previous video about Grey Knights, I would rather they just say, guys, there's nothing coming this edition. Here's some more Grotmus detachments for you, but there's nothing coming. No upgrades, boosts, nothing. But 11th edition, watch this space. It's going to be the first army done. I would be surprised if a new coder, if any of this sells. I would love to see the sales from any of them. Also, I noticed the other day, usually when you see like Combat Patrols coming out, a lot of the old Combat Patrols are then out of stock. You can't get hold of them. I think Element Games still have at least 10 available. Most places having a good surplus of Grey Knight Combat Patrols, the current one, which has got a Dread Knight in it. But I just don't get it. And having is it a Venerable Dreadnought? I'm sure it's a Venerable Dreadnought. There should be something on the screen right now showing the Combat Patrol. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna very quickly, while we're together, let's just talk about that Combat Patrol. It's here. I've got it up. I'm gonna have to put it up because honestly, it's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? GW, come on. Yeah. So on the actual page. So even on, and I'm gonna, like I say, right now we're talking about it. So on the actual Warhammer Community page, on the main thing, there's 3 Combat Patrols that talk. New Combat Patrols for Tyranids, Black Templars, and Space Wolves. 3 really cool pictures. You click on the link, you scroll down. Ooh, Space Wolves, nice. Ooh, Black Templars, amazing. Ooh, Tyranids, awesome. Grey Knights, Terminators, Purifiers, Crow, and a very, 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 very old Dreadnought, which I'm pretty sure in Space Marines I may have even been Legends, I don't know. But like, don't get me wrong, the Terminators, like if you look at that army, like if you looked at it, it does look really cool until you put it up to new stuff, until you put it up to new Terminators. This just doesn't hold up. It's not good enough. I don't want to keep ranting about it, but the fact that obviously Games Workshop know full well that this is a bit of a joke, that they know there's obviously going to be backlash, was just proven when they didn't even post a picture of that Combat Patrol when they released the article of the other 3, when they've got it shared in the Combat Patrol articles anyway. I don't know. I'd love to know your thoughts. We're back here again talking Grey Knights, but I'm hoping that the rumours are true, that 11th edition Grey Knights are going to have a complete range refresh. Castellan Crow probably doesn't need it, but the entire line needs updating, and I really, really hope GW are listening and they're going to give us something incredible. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section down below. Sorry about the rant video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.